A dangerous storm moving toward the Gulf now could force BP crews to pack up and move out. Hello, I'm Leslie Rohde.
I'm Robert Hadlock. More on that spill in just a moment, but we begin with Jim Spencer in the First Warning Weather Center to talk about some rain in the capital city. Jim?
Yeah, a thunderstorm even right here in Austin right now. We have a beautiful view of it from our 360 tower camera. Our camera sitting over Westlake Hills and looking back across north and northwest Austin right now. And you can see that downpour on the left side of your screen there. That's some moderate to heavy rainfall at the present time. Some light shower activity over the city. Looking back now off in the distance there's the city skyline. You can kind of make it out. There's a shower falling right now over downtown Austin. And then let's pan a little bit back down to the south and southeast. And as you can see, that is a pretty good little downpour right there falling right now over south and southwestern parts of the city. Let's take a look at that real quickly on our storm profiler radar. And there is exactly what you were looking at a moment ago from the tower camera. Up and down Mopac. Not good timing. It's straight up 5 o'clock. This is rush hour, but up and down Mopac, we are seeing rain falling in the yellow areas and especially in the red area right there. That'll be moving over Loop 360. Looks like it's right around Barton Creek Mall, headed up toward Westlake and Lake Austin. That's a pretty heavy downpour. Now, you mentioned the storm out in the Caribbean right now. This system became Tropical Depression number 3 earlier in the day. It is expected to become Tropical Storm Bonnie, our second of the season tonight, and it is expected into the Gulf of Mexico by tomorrow night. Now, a storm in the Gulf during hurricane season would always be a concern, but this year brings some extra challenges. That's because the storm could interrupt, and in fact already is interrupting work that's being done on the leaking riser and pushing more oil ashore. NBC's Kristen Dahlgren is monitoring the coastal crisis from New Orleans.
After months of laying out protective boom, crews in Florida spent the day pulling it in. Now afraid a storm could push it into fragile marshland, doing more harm than good. Knowing that as waves pick up, the boom would do little to hold back the oil anyway.
As it moves into the Gulf, it looks like by Saturday night, that's when we start to see that moving towards that oil slick area. And it's going to bring some winds, probably gusting around 50, maybe even 55 miles an hour. And most of the storminess on the north side of the storm, which could very well affect that oil area and all the work that they're doing there on the Gulf Coast.
And as forecasters now plot just where the storm might be headed, out at the well site, plans are being made for what could be tropical storm force winds by the weekend.
And we're working closely with NOAA and the National Hurricane Center to determine will it build into a storm and what path will it take.
Crews have already stopped work on the primary relief well and inserted a storm plug to prevent damage. Now officials must decide on evacuations.
If we do have to evacuate, we are prepared at this point to cap the well, and we will get ROVs back out as soon as we can.
Either way, it seems the storm will slow down efforts to permanently kill the crippled well, leaving a region that has already seen 3 months of this disaster, now facing one more wave of bad luck. Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News, New Orleans.